All right, Lindsay, now on Bounce, we're back with Michael Hansen, a certified antique appraiser. He's also on the board at the Spencer Doll and Toy Museum, and they're hosting an antiques appraisal fair, roadshow style, tomorrow and Saturday. So far, he's appraised a few antique toys for us. Now he's going to look at the items some of our staff members brought for appraisal. We have two guys. I like to call them my offensive linemen for my promotions department. We first have Brian Baltasevich, our senior marketing producer. And Brian, Big B, what did you bring?
Well, I've got a Underwood typewriter, a couple old Philcar radios, and a really cool little sort of waffle iron thing that I want you to look at.
Well, I thought we'd start with the typewriter.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
What year did you say you felt it was from?
1927.
Okay, we had this discussion earlier. You're right on the money. Okay. It's 1927. You did not bring the case, but you have it.
I do have it, yeah, and it's in pretty good shape.
Other than cleaning, it's in amazing shape, amazing condition. They're highly desirable right now. They have a cast iron frame, so they're nearly impossible to break. They do type exceptionally well, except for computers. Value-wise, they generally bring in the case $150 to $200 now, which is a real jump.
If it's cleaned up in this condition.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I'd like to talk to you about this. This was made by the Wagner Cast Iron Company. They made fry pans. This is made of aluminum. It has a patent date of 1910. It was probably produced right during the war, World War I.
World War I, yeah.
Patents ran 8 years during this time, so 1910 to 1918 would have been the span of this patent. And it's a fritter maker. You would pour your sweetened cornbread mix into this. You would set it on the stove as you were cooking the eggs. When the eggs were done, your fritter was done, and it would go on the plate.
That's great. Yeah.
And they would make one in between each time they fried the eggs and the bacon.
Right. Okay.
Value, Wagner is not the most desirable company, but value $75 to $100 because of the aluminum. If it were cast iron, it could be even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I tell you what my wife paid for that?
Yeah, that would be. I think the audience needs to know
about
that.
$10.
$10.
Yeah.
Well, she'll hug you when you get home tonight.
That's
and
exactly
you may have dinner on the table.
That's right.
When you get there.
If it makes it home, it may not make it home.
These two items were made by the same company. They were actually made the same year. You believe this one to be from the 40s, but in fact, the markings on it indicate that it is from 39.
Wow, okay.
Both of them have the model number and the year that this was, the patent was approved for this.
Okay.
This is a table radio. This would have been sold to farmers. This has both an AM station and a shortwave.
Right.
In case there were weather issues that they had to know about, any kind of inclement weather, they would have immediately tuned in to the shortwave and gotten a national broadcast of what to expect.
Okay.
This one does not have that. Right. This is a top-of-the-line table radio. You would find this in the kitchen or the bedroom, not the living room. The finish is much nicer. Value of this one, not working, and we've already ascertained that, not working, $125 to $150 because radios are really sought after right now.
If it was working.
If it was working, $175 to $225.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
This one, it does work.
Yes.
It doesn't have the shortwave feature. It has a replace cord. I don't know if you knew that.
It does.
That is a modern cord with an old plug. This one, the value is $90 to $150.
Okay.
And because of its condition, $150 would be closer to the truth.
Well, okay.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
All right. Fantastic. That's good. You happy
Yeah.
to be?
Yeah, I paid 90 for that one, talked him down from 110, and paid 50 for that one. So yeah, that's overall this is
You
pretty good
did
news.
really well on that one.
Well, good deal. Well, let's bring in Aria, one of our graphic artists, to come in and come on in. Aria.
All right.
Come on, get right here in the middle.
All
there.
right.
And tell everybody what you brought to have appraised.
All right. Well, this hand painting or drawing is a gift from my dad that he got in an auction a while back, and basically, I'm sorry, I'll try to hold it still for you guys.
Okay.
Symbolizes old Persia, old ancient Iran. So, just kind of want to get a little history about more if I could with this. So.
Neat looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, items of this nature are handmade. They're hand lettered, hand drawn. They're done on papyrus. This has been mounted on a newer piece, which immediately earmarks it as a souvenir piece.
Okay.
Now, a souvenir piece, and I'd like people to see it, a souvenir piece isn't necessarily cheap. This was probably in the $75 to $100 range when it was purchased. It was produced probably in Egypt, not in Persia, which no longer exists. But it was made to satisfy the need for antiquity. You can no longer purchase antiques of any kind within the Middle East, period.
Right.
In Iran, Iraq, any of the countries in the Middle East. But Egypt was prolific in reproducing real antiquities in that format. And when you look at the edge, you can see where they used acid to turn it so it would appear to be an antique. But again, I'd like to point out that this doesn't belong on there. This is flocking. It is turning now, and I really believe you need to get this put in an acid-free environment.
Okay.
Its current value, after really thinking this over 4 or 5 times, I really believe it's more in the 150 range. And it's well worth putting in to an acid-free frame.
Okay.
And how much did you say you paid for it?
Gift. It was a gift. Yeah, gift from my
So
dad.
you don't know exactly how much it was.
No,
Yeah.
no. I called him actually on the way before here, and I was like, Dad, how much did you pay for it? He goes, I don't remember. So,
All right, good deal.
so yeah, there you go.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Michael. You're going to be sticking around, too, because we got some more items to talk about a little later in the show. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate you staying throughout the whole show tonight. You got some interesting comments, and always good to hear that number come out. Brian's still over there smiling. He's so happy. He's ready to go start selling.
Yeah.
All right, we got much more coming up here on WBTV News on Bounce. Stay with us.